cookies in the oven. I've checked on the elves. Oh, yes, I have to send Santa's suit out for dry cleaning. Oh, well, hello there. How are you doing today? I'm so happy to see you. I'm Mrs. Santa Claus. Oh,
Hello, boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Santa Claus, and once again I am coming to you live via satellite from my North Pole home. Aren't things looking festive here this time of year? I love the way the elves decorated my Christmas tree this year. And of course, everything is all in a hustle and bustle since it's only 4 days until Christmas. Have you been very, very good this year? Have you done all your homework? Have you been helping Mommy and Daddy with the chores? Have you gone outside and helped to shovel snow? What do you mean there's no snow where you are? I bet there is some snow where some of you are. I know you've all been very, very good. And even if you haven't, I bet you're very, very good at Christmas time, aren't you? Me and my friend Freddie here. Oh, I know that wasn't good grammar. So if there are any teachers watching, what I meant to say was, my friend Freddie and I are very happy to welcome you to the North Pole again. Freddie, do you have some good jokes today for the boys and girls? Oh, you bet, Mrs. Claus. I looked in my joke books all night long to find the very best jokes to bring the boys and girls today. Terrific! I am very eager for a good laugh. So come on, Freddie, tell me a good one. Okay, Mrs. Claus, you said yesterday that doggies were some of your favorite animals. So here's a joke about a doggie. What do you get when you cross a doggie with a snowman? What do you get when you cross a doggie with a snowman? I can't even imagine that. It would make the doggie very cold. I don't know. Would it be a popsicle? Mrs. Claus, no, that's not right. Don't try to steal my joke, Mrs. Claus. Oh, Freddie, all the time that you've been telling jokes to the boys and girls, I have never, ever, ever tried to steal your joke. Don't be ridiculous. Well, okay, but I think my answer is funnier than yours anyway. Okay, Freddie, what do you get when you cross a snowman with a doggie? Frostbite, Mrs. Claus. Did you notice that I said frostbite, Mrs. Claus? I'm working on my imitation of you. Freddie, that's not very nice to do an imitation of Mrs. Claus. But it is kind of funny, and Mrs. Claus does have a sense of humor. And frostbite, you're right, Freddie. That was much funnier than my answer. So come on, tell us another joke, and this time I won't step on your toes, or your roots, as they say. Okay, Mrs. Claus. All right. Now, let me think now, because I memorized these jokes last night, and I got to try to remember what they are. Okay, all right, here we go. What did one snowman say to the other snowman? I can't even think. They talk all the time, you know. These snowmen at the North Pole are magical, so they're out there, yep, 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 yep. You can't shut them up. But I don't know. In this case, what did one snowman say to the other snowman? Do you smell carrots? Get it, Mrs. Claus? Because their noses are carrots. Do you smell carrots? Oh, Freddie! Oh, Freddie! Freddie, I think that's the funniest Christmas joke you've ever told. That one beats all. I don't even think you need to tell another one today because that one you can't possibly top. But I got some other ones, Mrs. Claus. You sure you don't want me to tell any more? No. Let's leave it at that one. As they say, go out, leave them wanting more. Okay, Mrs. Claus. I'll be back tomorrow with some more jokes, kids. Wonderful, wonderful. But now you know what it's time for. It's time for Mrs. Claus to reach into her big red Christmas basket and pull out some letters from the boys and girls. Oh, here's one in a bright yellow envelope. Let's see what this one says. La-dee-dee. Dear Mrs. Santa Claus, my name is Colby Anderson, and I live on Belmont Avenue in Anderson, Ohio. I want a doll for Christmas. Daddy says dolls are not for boys, but I want one anyway. I would like a baby doll. My sister has dolls, and I like to play with them, but Daddy gets mad when I do. He says I should play with trucks and stuff, but I don't like those toys. I like pretending to feed the baby doll and cuddle her and sing her to sleep. Since Daddy probably won't get me one, then I was hoping maybe Santa would. Sincerely, Colby Anderson. Oh, well, Colby, you have asked a very serious question. Now, it is true that it's not very usual that boys play with dolls, but you know what, Colby? You are not alone, because a lot of little boys ask for dolls for Christmas. It does happen. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen, and I think it's very fine. If you like to take care of a baby, someday you'll be a very good father, and you'll take care of that baby, and you'll feed that baby, and you'll love that baby just like you love those baby dolls. I think it's very important for boys to play with baby dolls. In fact, Santa Claus played with dolls when he was little. Don't tell him that I told you, though. But it's perfectly fine. And maybe we'll get a chance to talk with your daddy and let him know that we think it's fine, too. It's fine for boys to play with dolls. It's fine for girls to play with trucks. Play with any kind of toy you want to, as long as you're having fun. Now, let's see. Oh, and I will tell Santa Claus to bring you that baby doll. Mrs. Claus, care of the North Pole. Isn't it magical how this mail gets to me, even though all it says is Mrs. Claus, care of the North Pole, and it doesn't even have a stamp on it. I love the magic of Christmas. Let's see what this one says. Dear Mrs. Claus, is it always bustling at the North Pole? Oh, yes, it is bustling, bustling, bustling. There's only one day it isn't bustling, and that's December 26th, because that's when everybody has to sleep. Or if you're up, you have to be very, very quiet, because Santa Claus sleeps all day long on the 26th, and sometimes on the 27th, too. He gets very, very tired after traveling all over the world in just one night. So we have to keep quiet and go around on our tiptoes. So those are the days that it's probably not very bustling here at the North Pole. Do you like living there? I do love living here. I do. Mrs. Santa Claus has lots and lots of layers, so the cold doesn't bother me. And everything is magical. I have a lovely magical home, and I love to bake, and I love my husband, and I love my work. And I get to do all kinds of interesting things, and even once in a while, I go out on the sleigh with Santa. So yes, I do like living at the North Pole. If you could pick one other place and one other role, anywhere and anyone in the world, who would it be? Wow, that's quite a question. If you could pick one other place and one other role, anywhere and anyone in the whole wide world, who would it be? Well, let's see. I don't suppose I'd want to be president. I would not want to be president. I don't want those headaches. I like to have an important job, and I like to be good at what I do, but I don't think that I would want to be president or queen or anything like that. Too much responsibility, and you have to deal with all kinds of nasty stuff, and I don't want to deal with nasty stuff. I only like happy things. So I think if I could be in one other role, This is like made up, right? Nobody has to hear about this except you and me. Okay, I'll tell you what I would do. I would be John Travolta's wife. Don't tell Santa I said that, though. I do like John Travolta. I really like that movie where he played an angel. Okay, but don't tell anybody I said that. Goodness, I think I'm blushing. Okay, an example would be Hawaii and a surfer, anywhere but the North Pole. Well, I didn't say where I would be, did I? I would be John Travolta's wife, and I would be anywhere John Travolta wanted to be. But I also think being in Hawaii and being a surfer is a good idea, too. I spent too much time. Oh, I didn't say who that was from. That was from Cassie and Patty. We are twin sisters. Oh, that's love. That's love, love, love. Thank you for writing to me. Now I see we are running a little bit late on time because Mrs. Claus spent a lot of time answering those questions in those mails. So now let's go to Mrs. Claus's book. Well, actually, it's Santa Claus's book of good girls and boys, and I shall open up to a random page in here, and let's see. Oh, no, I don't want to start there. Don't want to start there. Where the right page? Where did I leave off yesterday? I can't find it. It's hard for me to turn the pages in this book. Oh, I can't find. Oh, there it is. Oh, I had the red ribbon right there where I left off. enough, silly me. Okay, let's read some more names. Anne, Patrice, Glenn, Samantha, Jillian, Diego, Lauren, Melissa, Norma, Melanie, Carl, Ella, Aurora, Tyrese, Lily, Freddie, Molly, Vincent, Mario, Rosa, April, Terry, Milo and Dinah, Darlene and Kaisha, Bernie and Max, Keith and Angelina, Leo, Jaden, Marcus and Faith, Angelo, Cortelina and Ivana, Isaac and Milo, and Taylor and Jake, Alvin and Carla, Wallace and Julianne, Eddie, Lisa, Anthony, Yvonne, Vanessa, Eva, and Blake. And then down here there's Greg and Gavin, Carrie and Jamie, Isabel and Isabella, Kirsten and Jada, Sean and Philip, Samuel, Ruby, Toby, Tracy, Kimberly, Josie, Sherry, Noah and Eric, Ben and John, Liza and Corey, Amy, Nicolette, Dwayne, Brittany, Sophia, Jessica, Mariana, Morgan, Lucy, Brooke, Leslie and Renee, Casey and Hillary, Devin and Donna. And that's all I have time to read today. But once again, I'll tell you, if you didn't hear me say your name, do not worry. This is a big, magical book with tens of thousands of pages and names of boys and girls who have been very, 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 very good. So don't worry about it if you don't hear me say your name. Now I think I'd like to watch another one of those videos of the festively decorated houses that make their Christmas lights dance to music at this time of year. Isn't it fun to pop in the car, put on your scarf and your coat and your hat and your mittens, of course, and go out and get some hot chocolate, or maybe take a thermos with you from home. It's very economical to go and take a thermos from home and go out and look at all the Christmas lights. And now you can see one right from the comfort of your very own home. Let's watch it now, shall we?
Let me tell you about this house. There's one in every town. It's the one at Christmas time where folks all gather round. Most times of the year you'd pass by and not look back. Oh, but in December it'll stop you in your tracks. 'Cause it's got 47,000 twinkling lights and Santa Claus up on the roof, Dasher and Dancer and all the other reindeer, Rudolph's up there too, with a band of merry snowmen dancing on the porch, and a couple of carolers singing by the lamppost over near the front door. Jesus and his family in a stable on the lawn, and a choir of heavenly angels singing Silent Night till dawn. It's where everybody meets. It's the house on Christmas Street. Every year, Thanksgiving Day, while we digest our turkey, the family puts up its display. You can see it from Albuquerque. Papa says their electric bill must reach up to the sky, but Mama says the joy it brings is more than money can buy. 'Cause it's got 47,000 twinkling lights and Santa Claus up on the roof, Dasher and Dancer and all the other reindeer, Rudolph's up there too, with a band of merry snowmen dancing on the porch, and a couple of carolers singing by the lamppost over near the front door. Jesus and his family in a stable on the lawn, and a choir of heavenly angels singing Silent Night till dawn. It's where everybody meets. It's the house on Christmas Street. Every tree is all aglow with a Merry Christmas banner hanging high. It's so pretty in the snow. It's got to put a sparkle in your eye, in your eye. 'Cause it's got 47,000 by the lamppost over near the front door. Jesus and his family in a stable on the road, and a choir of heavenly angels singing Silent Night till dawn. It's where everybody meets. It's the house on Christmas Street. Christmas Street.
That was such a beautiful video. I just love the way those lights went with the music. But now, boys and girls, it's very important that we check in with Holly the head elf and find out what's going down in Santa's workshop, or what's going down in Santa's workshop. Hello, Holly.
Oh, hi, Mrs. C. Things are still going, okay, but we have had a bit of a problem down at the candy cane striping workshop. It turns out our machine only makes polka dots.
Oh, goodness. That's a polka dotted candy cane.
It is a polka dotted candy cane, and it is aesthetically pleasing, but I think we want to go with the more traditional route. But don't worry, our elves are working around the clock to figure out how to fix this issue. But in the meantime, we sure do enjoy eating the polka dotted candy canes while we try to figure out how to restripe them. I'm sure things will go swimmingly from then on. It's still just as pepperminty as ever. Anyway, toy production is still up 4 days till Christmas, and I hear that tomorrow we're going to be getting some new wrapping elves from Head HR Resources.
Wonderful. That's terrific. But I must say, Holly, you are looking a little disheveled. Have you been working very hard? Because your outfit is all wrinkly.
Yeah, so sorry about that, Mrs. Claus. You know, an elf's work is never done, and we've had enough on our plate trying to dry clean Santa's suit. He is a big man after all.
Well, you look beautiful anyway, Holly.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I think they're making some progress with the candy canes. I'll check in with you tomorrow. See ya! All right.
La 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 la. Hello, boys and girls. Remember yesterday when I shared with you my collection of Santa Clauses? Well, just look. Somebody sent me another Santa Claus. It came in the mail today. It's so cute. It's stuffed, and he has little snowflakes on his mittens and his feet, and it was handmade by a little girl named Jamaica. Thank you so much, Jamaica. This is just a lovely Santa Claus that I will add to my collection. But today I have set aside for sharing with you all of the snowmen in my collection. Well, not all of them. You know, I have millions of snowmen. I've been collecting them for about 100 years. And of course, they're not real snowmen, because if they were, they'd melt. So I can't show you the snowmen that are the real snowmen. They're not part of my collection. They're outside talking to each other and having some cocoa and stuff. But right now, I'll show you some of my very special snowmen. Oh no, I dropped a hat. I'll be right back. I got to get down here and get his hat. Oh, Mrs. Claus wrenched her back. Oh, no. Oh, pop. Okay, I'm back to normal now. Okay, this is a very special snowman, but his hat fell off. So I have to fix it, and I have some straight pins here. They are very, very dangerous. You must never, never, never play with straight pins, because you could get one stuck in your foot, and believe me, you wouldn't like that very much. I remember Judy Pancos told me a story of one time she was making handmade Christmas ornaments, and she dropped a straight pin on the floor, and Emma Pancos stepped on it, and it was a disaster. So you must be very, 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 very careful when working with sewing stuff. But this is a very old snowman who was made for Mrs. Claus by someone named Jeanette, who is very, very crafty, and she sent it to me. The only problem is it's not like my beanbag Santa. It doesn't stay up. Okay, it's staying up right now. For now, it's staying up. Okay, now, this is another knitted Santa, but you see, when Jeanette made this one, she did it over a shouldn't say toilet. I should say bath tissue. That's much more sophisticated than saying toilet. This is a little snowman with a brown hat, and he is crocheted, I think, or knitted over a toilet tissue roll. And as you can see, he stands up very, very nicely. Now here's another knitted Santa, a knitted snowman, and he has googly eyes. Oh, can you see that? He's very, very nice. And he has these pipe cleaner things for arms. Isn't that very, very creative? And there's the carrot for his nose. Let's see if he stands up. No, they should have put, I don't know, they should have put sand or something in the bottom. He just won't stand up. Woo! And every time he falls down, his eyes go around in his head. Now this snowman was made to hang on a tree. He's also very, very old. He's made out of felt, and it would be a very, very easy ornament to make. You just cut out the felt in the shape of a snowman, and then you stuff some cotton in it, and you sew it together, and you put a little hat on him and a knitted scarf, and he's a very, very, very nice snowman. Okay, who else have I got in here? Another one for hanging on the tree, made the exact same way, but I think the person who made this one was probably a little bit better of a craft person than the one who made this one. No offense, I don't remember who made this one for me. I think I got it about 75 years ago. Okay, so put that one there, and that one there. And then in here, oh boys, I have another one. Now this one is a felt snowman with some stuffing on it, and whoever gave it to me left the price tag on it. Oh, it says Miss Heather on it. Miss Heather, this is a beautiful lady snowman, and she is also made to hang on a Christmas tree like that, and she's carrying a candy cane, and she has a beautiful hat with a rose embroidered on it. It's very, very lovely. Let's see if she'll stand up. Oh, very good, very good. Oh, okay. And now in here, I have some snowmen that especially this one is so old. I think my grandmother had this one. Can you hear it jingling? It's got a little bell inside, and you can put it down like this. He's so old, he's turned a little bit yellow. I'm sure he was white when he was first made, but he's very, very lovely. He has some, I don't know what this is. It looks like there was something there, and it came off, but I don't care. I still love him. And look, you can go like that. He's like one of those Bobo dolls. Have you ever had a Bobo doll? You should ask for one for Christmas. They're very good for letting out tension. You blow them up, and they stand up, and you can like punch them, and they go boop, boop, and then they come back up. Woo! They're very, very fun. If you ever feel stressed out, and you feel like you just want to let off some steam, you can punch those Bobo dolls till the cows come home, and they'll keep coming back up, and it's very, very safe. Of course, you should never, 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 never punch anybody in real life. Never punch a living person or an animal or anything like that. You must never, never, never hurt anything that's alive. But a Bobo doll, boom, he'll pop right back up just like this snowman. Woo! Now, you can't punch this snowman because this snowman is breakable. But what I like about him is that he's carrying a drum. He's the little drummer boy snowman. Come, they told me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, boop-boop-boop. That's that snowman, little drummer boy snowman. We'll put him right over here. Now in here, remember those Santa Claus candles that I had? Well, this is another very, very old snowman candle. We must never light him because, as we know, snowmen melt, and so would he. So we will never, never light him, even though he's very, very old. And here's another very, very festive snowman, and what's unique about him is he's holding a birdhouse. The snowmen here in the North Pole and the snow women all love the birdies, but sometimes the squirrels come over and try to eat their carrot noses. I love this snowman too. And what else have I got in here? Oh, I've got an old snowman. The paint has come off his hat, and he used to be carrying a broom, and that got lost a long time ago. He's very, very old, but you know what? Even though the paint is coming off his hat and he's lost his broom, I still love him. Because sometimes, like in the Velveteen Rabbit, the things that you love the most get very, very worn out from being loved so much. What do you mean you haven't read The Velveteen Rabbit? Well, you must ask for that for Christmas. That's a very good book. You'll love it, and you'll want to keep it your whole life. Okay, what else have I got in here? Oh, I've got another snowman. He's flat. I think he was made out of clay for hanging on a tree, and this was sent to Mrs. Claus from somebody in, I can't even read it, Vinita, Oklahoma. And her name is Barbara Carroll. Thank you very much, Barbara, for making this nice snowman for Mrs. Claus. And then I have this very, very funny little snowman. He's made out of cotton. Isn't he he funny? And he's got a little hat and funny little eyes. And he's made for hanging on the tree, but look on the bottom. He has great big feet, so we can stand him up too, although he doesn't stand up very well, does he? Maybe I should bring him over here and they can bobble together. Now, whoever came up with the idea for these next snowmen was very, very smart, because they are all hooked up together. 3 snowmen, and you can put them like that. La! And they all stand up together. One is wearing earmuffs. Did you know snowmen had ears? And this one says, Flakes, welcome, which is very, very good, because Mrs. Claus is definitely a flake. And then my last snowman is this lovely little drawing of a snowman on wood that one of the children at Bartlett Elementary School in Goffstown, New Hampshire, made for Mrs. Claus a long, long time ago. And it has a little birdie. As I said, the snowmen love the birdies. And it's holding up its hands in a nice wave. And I love this snowman very, very much. And I think now that I've shared my special snowman with you, I think we'd like to have a song from Judy Pancoast, don't you? So let's hear from Judy.
Hi, Mrs. Claus. Hi, boys and girls. I thought you might like to hear about how Freddie, the little fir tree, got to be a Christmas tree. This one's for you, Freddie. Freddie, the little fir tree, stood in the forest tall. He wished he could be a Christmas tree, but he was much too small. Christmas season had come and Christmas carols chimed, but Freddie was teased by the larger trees 'cause he was left behind. Then came a man with an axe in his hand, and much to Freddie's joy, he cut him down and took him to town, where he caught the eye of a girl and boy. Now Freddie, the little fir tree, stands in the window wide, all green and red, with an angel on his head, and shines on the snow outside. They all agree he's a beautiful tree, too bad that he can't stay. The children know he'll have to go when the holidays have passed away. But Freddie, the little fir tree, is happy as he can be. His wish came true when he turned into a merry little Christmas tree. Come on and dance with me. Let's do the twist. Yep, you put your hands over here and your knees over here, and then you swap places, hands and knees. Now Freddie, the little fir tree, stands in the window wide, all green and red, with an angel on his head, and shines on the snow outside. They all agree he's a beautiful tree, too bad that he can't stay. The children know he'll have to go when the holidays have passed away. But Freddie, the little fir tree, is happy as he can be. His wish came true when he turned into a merry little Christmas tree. He's a merry, merry little Christmas tree. But don't worry, kids. After the holidays were over, Freddie went up to the North Pole to live with Mrs. Claus, because he's a magic Christmas tree. See you guys tomorrow.
Judy Pancoast, you have such a fun voice. I love to hear you sing at Christmas time, and we're so honored that you've decided to join us for our visit with Mrs. Claus today. And now, boys and girls, it's that time when Mrs. Claus picks a special storybook from my Christmas storybook collection to share with you. And as you know, I keep it in my festive Christmas bag. Let's see, what shall I share with you? Oh, look what's still in here. If you were watching yesterday, then you know that I first found this gaily wrapped present in my Christmas bag yesterday. And on the back it says, "To Mrs. Santa Claus, do not open until Christmas Eve." Now, I could be a very, very naughty Mrs. Claus, and I could open this present right now. Should you open your presents before Christmas, boys and girls? Even though Mama and Papa and perhaps your brothers and sisters and some friends and family have put presents under the tree ahead of time, before Santa Claus has a chance to put his Christmas presents under the tree for you on Christmas Eve, you are not allowed to open them. Why, Mrs. Claus happens to know for a fact of a little girl who was 6 years old and crawled under the Christmas tree when no one was looking a very long time ago. And she unwrapped only one edge of a Christmas present and found out the toy she was getting for Christmas. It was a Barbie doll. And you know what? Although she was happy to find out that she was getting a Barbie doll, she was very, very disappointed on Christmas Day because the Barbie doll was gone. Mother and Father had found out that she had been a naughty girl and opened her presents ahead of time, and they took the Barbie doll away. So you must never, never, never do that, and I am going to put this back where I found it and not open it up today. Instead, I'm going to read one of my very favorite Christmas books to you. And you'll see at the end why this is one of my favorite. Santa's Secret Helper by Andrew Clements. Santa's Secret Helper. It was 2 days before Christmas, and all of Santa's elves were especially busy. They were really twice as busy as usual, because this year there are 2 sleighs to pack, 2 Santa suits to clean and mend, 2 pairs of black boots to shine, and 2 teams of reindeer to be fed and rested and ready. Why, 2 of this and 2 of that and 2 of the other, when there is only one Santa? Because this year, Santa has a secret helper. On Christmas Eve, Santa and his secret helper are all ready to leave with their big sacks of toys and treats. It's even hard for the elves to tell which one is the real Santa. And as the sun goes down, 2 sleighs take off, one to the east and one to the west. Will anybody be able to tell that one Santa is just a helper? The secret helper flies to the first rooftop and pops down the chimney. After putting presents under the tree and stuffing little toys and candy canes into each stocking, the helper eats the cookies and drinks the milk that the children have left for Santa and leaves a little note that says, "Thank you." That's just what Santa would have done. The secret helper sees a lost puppy in the snow. Before too long, that puppy has been left in a cozy basket by a fireplace where only one stocking is hanging from the mantel. The puppy and one little child will each find a wonderful new friend on Christmas morning. Oh, what fun! That's just what Santa would have done. The reindeer get a little tired, so the secret helper lets them rest. They stop at a creche in front of a church. Do you know what a creche is, boys and girls? It's like what you sometimes call a nativity scene, and you see them at Christmas time in front of churches. You'll see the Mother Mary and Joseph and the angel, and you'll also see the 3 wise men and the shepherds, and in the center you see baby Jesus, the reason for the season. But a lot of churches don't put baby Jesus into the manger until Christmas Eve, because he was born on Christmas Eve. So up until that time, it's just an empty manger. Where was I? Oh, this is a kind and thoughtful thing to do. And that's just what's... Oh, I left something out. Oh! When she stops at the creche, she lets the reindeer eat some of the hay that is there on the ground. This is a kind and thoughtful thing to do. And that's just what Santa would have done. A mother and father who are still awake open their bedroom window to call out, "Hello! Hello, Santa!" The helper calls back, "Why, hello there! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!" and gives them a happy wave. That's just what Santa would have done. At the very last house, the secret helper is extra quiet. It is almost morning, and even a little noise might wake the children before everything is ready. The helper whisks back up the chimney, and soon the sleigh, with the empty toy sack, is speeding through the gray sky headed north. Back at home at last, the helper puts the sleigh away carefully and hangs up the harness on the wall of the barn. Soon all the reindeer are munching their hay and Christmas oats. They deserve a treat after all the hard work they do on Christmas Eve. The secret helper goes into the house and takes off the big white beard and the big black boots and the red and white Santa suit. Now we know that Santa's beard is real. He cannot take it off, but this helper must have a fake beard. And puts on some night clothes and a warm robe and slippers. And then the secret helper gives the real Santa a great big hug. And look who it is! It's me, Mrs. Claus, Santa's own best friend. Look, there I am with my braid and everything. She's having the most wonderful Christmas. Santa wants his wife to tell him all about her trip, but she's ready to take a long winter's nap after her busy night. And so she takes off her robe, puts on her nightcap, and lies down and pulls up the covers. Then she closes her eyes, says her prayers, and goes to sleep. And that's just what Santa would have done. The end. Now you know, boys and girls, why that is my very, very favorite Christmas book of all. And I'll have another one to share with you tomorrow. Thank you for spending this special time with me. I'll see you tomorrow at the very same time on this station. Have a wonderful night and be very, very good and polite to everyone. Be sure to say please and thank you and excuse me when you burp. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.